Oh my God.
Yes.
It's the Show Feed podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Stu. This is Juice. You go by Jezebel Juice or just Juice?
It's up to you, but I prefer to go by Juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So to get started, how did you become a foot model?
Well, okay. This is year 6 for me, officially. And I didn't actually start out as a foot model. I started out as a financial dominatrix.
Oh, okay.
One day my girl was like, hey, we can make money for humiliated men. I was like, I know you lying. But she was right.
Yeah.
And so I started out like that, but I realized that I had other kinks. I actually do have a foot fetish myself.
Okay.
And so I just kind of expanded from there. And of course, you get inquiries about stuff, soles, toes, whatever.
Yeah.
And actually, one of the photographers I shoot with right now, Dallas, Foot Model Entertainment, my guy, he was the first one to be like, you really need to get into the foot thing. Like, make a page, come on, make a profile. And I was like, nah, I ain't really trying to do that. Like, I'm trying to be a financial dumb. Like, but as I just kind of diversified, started getting more into the content portion of things, is, you know, it just took off. The feet, rest is history.
Yeah. Okay, so what's dominating for you? Is the foot fetish stuff dominating for you, or is the femdom stuff doing better? Like,
honestly, it's a combination of both right now. I think for the longest time it was mainly feet, you know, forward. But I really wanted to get more in my BDSM bag. But it's a lot of dominant things you can do with that, from trampoline, foot gagging. Like, it's you can make it a more of a dominant thing. Even dirty feet, smelly feet, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been kind of leaning into that a little bit more versus, you know, some of the more sensual related stuff like FJs or whatnot. But I still incorporate that. Most recently, I just did a clip, but it's more dominant. It's more like tease and denial kind of sensual. So I like that vibe.
Okay, so what type of, because you do in-person sessions, so what type of sessions do you prefer to do?
I like a little humiliation for sure. Like anything, I like spit play, you know, again, the foot domination, trampling, ball busting is always fun.
Okay.
What else? I like fart fetish. I'm like an OG fart fetish person. So that's always fun, you know, that's very sensual and can be very dominant too at the same time. So I really am a fan of that. I've been trying to get into water sports a little bit because that's a big one.
What is that? Can you
know, like piss play, you know, peeing on people.
I thought that's what that was like.
You know, try to fancy the water sports.
Okay.
But I'm big into like that leash and collar play, spanking, like impact play, stuff like that. So
what does the best for you financially? What do you profit off of the most?
Farts.
I would think.
There's a huge market for that, and feet kind of coincided with it too, because usually they'll be in the feet. They want to you know, farts and feet like together, but. I would say that's probably one of my biggest clienteles right now. Feet is still doing amazingly. Like, I have a huge feet market, to be honest, but I think just because I've been around the fart fetish community for a while, I've built up clientele, I've built up fans, people who really support me and stuff. So that's been nice, and I see that the fetish is like getting bigger and bigger. People are doing, you know, a lot more with it. So that's one of my biggest ones, that followed by feet, for sure. Like neck and neck sometimes.
Okay. So you used to live in Atlanta, you used to do work out here. What made you want to move to Texas?
Life, honestly. The reason why at first I was going to stay, I ended up getting like a really good job out here, outside of the lifestyle, and I was going to stay, but really sometimes like life puts you back on the course. Like you try to veer off, it's like, nah, get back to it. So going to Texas was actually more advantageous for my long-term, you know, like vanilla life goals, ultimately, and closer to family, you know, stuff like that, things that matter to you. So that's what made me ended up leaving here, not because I was just like, oh, I'm done with Atlanta. No, it wasn't nothing like that. Like, I actually miss it a little bit out here. Texas is dry as hell. I can't go out in the backyard and ground. I be trying to put my feet in the grass. No. It's all kinds of creatures out there. I'll be like, and it's hot, crunchy grass. But nonetheless, like, I do miss how lush it is a little bit out here, that portion of it. But other than that, you know, I'm still getting acclimated.
Okay, so you're not full-time in sex work.
In my mind, yes, I am. Like, I do work a full-time job, but I also do this full-time too. Like, no days off, for real.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay. So, I want to ask you, what's your favorite pedicure to get? What pedicure you got?
Right now, we got the classic white toes popping off right now.
This was requested. You feel me? Like, usually I like blue. I've been into like that lavender vibe. That did really good. I just did that recently. French tip. Never get tired of that. That's a classic. Anything tip, anything to me always looks good. But my favorite, right now it's gonna have to be probably that lavender. That lavender busting out the frame.
Yeah, I love lavender.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you have a foot fetish. That's a fetish for women's feet?
Yes. I haven't met too many guys who got like nice feet. I've only met like maybe one or two that I was like, maybe, but I've never sucked no man's toes before, actually. And not to say that I wouldn't, but you know, I gotta be feeling real froggy to leap into that. But yeah, women's feet all day. Ebony soles. I definitely like me some nice long toes. Full nail beds, all that. You know, I love me some wrinkles. My wrinkly soles is probably like my main thing when it comes down to feet and stuff like that. And people love me for it. I love a nice wrinkle, like nice arch. I love all that stuff. I'm no better than the men. So.
Okay. Is that your favorite type of content to make? The girl on girl worship stuff?
I wouldn't say it's like my favorite. It's in the top 5 though, because I love a little worship, little sensual, you know, stuff. It just depends. I feel like the girl on girl worship is not as dominant as some of the stuff I push, because like I said, you know, me being more into the dom scene is where I started. There's mixed reviews about that, even though like me, I'm consider myself to be a switch, so I, you know, like more of a dominant presenting switch, but for the most part, like, it really is just how I'm trying to tailor to my fans. Sometimes you can't make everybody happy, honestly, but I want to do what I want to do too. If it's not fun, then it changed the whole dynamic of the lifestyle if you're not enjoying yourself.
Right, yeah, that's true. Okay, have you been in a relationship as a sex worker?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you in one now?
No, I'm single currently.
Okay. So how was that? Was it hard? Like, was it a struggle balancing everything out?
A little. It can be. I think because when you're not dating someone who's in a lifestyle, they can't really see things the way that you do. They want to support you, but it's not always kind of like the same. Or, you know, every day is different. You know, maybe if your partner may feel like you're trying to sub him out or something like that. Ain't no sub. Like, I treat you like no sub. Like, we're just having a moment, you know? Or, again, having feelings about what kind of sessions are you doing? Can you trust your partner? They ain't in the sessions doing some sneaky stuff. You know, hey, we all grown, things happen, but again, those are valid concerns. But for me, it worked out good. They supported me. The guys that I did date, you know, sometimes they had a little weak moments and whatnot. And I mean, hey, we human. You have a little insecurities. You might be jealous. You know, you don't want to be compared to nobody. But I would say that would be like the hardest part, is getting that groundedness to just be like, this is work for me. Yeah, I enjoy it. But I think for me, it would have been nicer to have really like dated someone who was in the lifestyle too. I don't really know exactly what that looks like in full force. Because we probably would be making a ton of content all day long. I'd be putting his ass to work like, come on, let's get it. So maybe it might be better if I would have a partner for that.
Okay, so when you're in a relationship, is it monogamous, like just one-on-one, that's it?
Yeah, for the most part, I would say. Like, if we want to, like, have little rendezvous and stuff like that, I mean, that doesn't happen all the time, of course, but I'm flexible. Like, I'm, like, sexually fluid. So I guess, you know, some days I'll be like, you know, might want to try things, do things, explore. But if it's like that level of communication, like, let me know how you feel. Like, don't just go slide off and go do anything. Just let me know, so that way we on the same page.
Okay, so you get into the dominatrix stuff. Have you ever done the strap-on thing?
I have definitely pegged a few men before. I like pegging in my personal life and in, like, you know, this lifestyle too. But it's not one that I always pour into. I don't get a lot of inquiries. Maybe because I don't post a lot of content, because some of the guys I've done it with, they private. They don't want to be on camera. Like, they don't want the mask and none of that. But I'm with all of that. Like, there's no rock unturned in certain areas for me. I would say the only thing I don't really do is like nudity, and I don't do FJs.
Right.
So I know everybody hates me for that real bad.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that. You don't do FJs.
I don't do FJs.
Wow. Yeah, that has to be heavily requested.
They can't stand my ass because they be like, really? So I get them never. Okay, so this is like one of the main things that people be like, why you don't do FJs?
Yeah.
I love FJs. I love a good foot job. Don't get me wrong. However, I feel like women who do foot jobs is sometimes more of a service related thing. A lot of the stuff that we do is fairly transactional. Some of us don't have fetishes for this stuff that we do. We just provide it.
Yeah, that's true.
But for me, I don't consider myself just to be a service provider. I'm an experience. And so part of it is me being able to do what I want to do within the realm of my comfortability. As a woman with a foot fetish, part of it is because I always usually feel a little shorted out of the session because I don't get to get the full experience. Like, here I leave with Blue Cat and you get to leave fulfilled. Now, granted, I get paid, but I do feel a little shorted every time because what I want to do, I can't do with my clients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer to do it in my personal life. And it just is a mix of things. I don't want to have to put myself in situations and stuff like that. Not saying I don't have self-control, but I'm a strong believer of don't put yourself in it to begin with and you won't have that problem.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why I don't do it. And it's just, I'm in the business of kind of like being worshipped. Like, I'm real life a goddess in my mind, for real.
Right.
And so when I think of FJs, it's a little bit more work. It is a service to me. So I'm here, I'll be like, I ain't come here to work, bro. I came here to be worshipped, high key.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that I just dropped an FJ clip, 2 FJ clips just this week. Because I love FJs. Not that I'm hating, I make the content stuff. I just think people feel like they should have access to everything that you do. You can't have everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money you got. You just can't have it all.
Yeah.
And that's just boundaries that people gotta respect. So if you want to see these feet in motion, you gotta hit the clip store. You gotta hit the clips.
Yeah, that is rare. I didn't know you didn't offer FJs.
See, a lot of people don't know because they just assume that, you see the feet, you see the clips. But when you go to my website, it's very clear. No one has ever heard me say, okay, hit me up for these FJs, ever. I never talk about, I'm giving FJs a certain, never, ever say these things.
Right.
But, of course, people are like, well, I see the clips, and I have maybe I can count on one hand how many FJ clips I got. I don't even have a lot either. But I've had more people, want to book me for it and stuff like that. But I'm picky about that because, again, it's confusing to the market. They like, can I see this FJ clip? But I can't have it in person. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, that's rare. That is rare.
It is. That's why people be like, come on, Juice. Like, you really be playing for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I never have offered FJ as long as I've been around.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you new to me, then you gonna be like confused. But if you've known me for a while, you already know that about me.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of girls do prioritize the monetization of it all, and obviously FJ's, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I leave a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
Man, a shit ton
crazy.
of money on the table.
Yeah.
For my boundaries, and because here's my thing, you fold on your non-negotiables, and no one's gonna take you seriously when it comes down to certain stuff. Like, I said no, and that's just pretty much what it is.
Right.
Support me in other ways and support other women. There is hundreds and thousands of women who do FJs, amazing women that that I've met and worked with and stuff like that. Go get them souls, bro. I'm in full support of that. Like, you just won't be able to get that from me on a service level. When it comes down to creating content and stuff like that, that's fine. You pay me for it, I'll perform. I'm a performing artist. You feel me? I'll do that. However, as far as like being booked, okay, hourly rate, book, you feel me? That I can only imagine how many FJs I would be doing a day if I actually was doing FJs as a service.
Yeah.
Listen, baby girl would be tired.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But again, it's nothing against FJ. I get that question fairly often.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any other fetishes outside of feet?
Yes. I like spit play. I like leash and collar. I like spanking. I like...
Wait, Getting spanked or
both?
Okay.
Yes, I like getting spanked. What do you call it? Like breath play, smothering, little suffocation.
Okay.
I want you to bring me close, but don't take me out, type thing. You know.
Okay.
I like that. I like ass. I like slow motion ass, shaking content. I like threesomes.
Okay.
Girl on girl. I'm a voyeur. I like all kinds of stuff. As you can see.
Okay. Okay. Are you more of a dom or are you more submissive?
I'm more of a dom. I'm a dom in my real life for real.
Okay.
Like I'm really daddy for real.
Okay.
But if I'm comfortable enough, I love switching. Like I love being, submissive. I feel like women need to be able to have those moments of being in your femininity, but you can be very submissive still while being feminine. Be able to kind of like lead men in a particular direction without having to be masculine presenting all the time. So I'm working on that because like I really be like, more in my masculine energy in my real life. And so, as you practice your femininity and be a little bit submissive to your partners and whatnot. And of course, if you have a partner that makes you feel that way, like easily, you be like, okay, whatever you say, what you need me to do, master? Like, but it's very rare for me. I probably, like a half a person.
Wow.
Half a person that had me like in that mode, and I've made some content like that. I have clips, out there if you can find them, of me switching, doing spanking, doing things like that. So they're out there. I just haven't met anybody recently that I've been like, oh, I want to submit to this person, like dom me.
Yeah, that's wild because I know a lot of men they don't like to be submissive in a relationship.
Yeah,
they want to dominate everything.
And that's fine. If you have the accolades to dominate everything, then go ahead. Right. A lot of the time, if you're not a leader, you can't lead me. That's my biggest thing. Like if a man wants to be in that position, your masculine energy needs to outweigh mine. Because we are balanced. You got to find that. We all have it within us. But you can't, it has to supersede mine. For real. If I'm the one in charge and taking lead and all of that, and you feel me, you fold in, then get in the passenger seat, passenger princess, I'm a drive. But it's not to, demean the man or nothing like that. But if I say that, that's disrespectful,
Passenger princess is pretty crazy.
It's crazy. But that's the stuff we think in our head. We ain't gonna say it out loud because I ain't here to disrespect nobody.
Right.
Or emasculate a man. I've been around long enough to kind of know your boundaries when it comes to that type of stuff. But again, I think you have to have the resume. You gotta have the energy, and I have no problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna go hop my ass over here and be quiet and look pretty. Like, I'll do that. Just as long as it makes sense.
Okay. Have you ever been requested to do something like outside of your wheelhouse for like a session or maybe a custom?
Yeah,
like,
all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
So what's like, I want to say the strangest, but probably like the wildest thing, like where you just like, I've never done anything like that before.
Oh man, let me think. Man.
Cause I had Mimi on here. She told me that a guy used to request her to just lay on the floor like a starfish and kind of just move around a little bit on the floor. That was.
You know what? I would say the most interesting request I've gotten 2 days ago, I got requested to get an oven roasting chicken and smash it. Like demolish it with my feet, like walk back and forth, act like I'm playing, I'm about to smash it and then get into it. But keep walking back and forth, and each time I walk past, you smash the rotisserie chicken even more and more and more. I'm gonna post that picture real soon. I need y'all to see me surrounded by a smashed rotisserie chicken for real. It's I see the vision, I guess. I don't know, but that was the most recent thing. Before that, I was requested to dress up like Michael Jackson and dance like Michael Jackson, y'all, for real.
And you did that?
I did it. I had the hat, I had the socks. I posted that too, and I got a lot of reaction because they was like, we kind of want to see the video. I'm like, no, I don't need y'all to see me out here acting like, I had to make the sounds, like the ee, like the hee, like, come on, like, I had to do all of that. You feel me?
That's crazy.
That was probably one of the most interesting customs that I've kind of gotten a while, but some of the ones are the role play ones where they want you to be like they stepmom and things like that, or they want you to smash bugs or actually real like animals. I've gotten requests for like mice, and so I was like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like
that's out there.
I'm not doing that one. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on the killing the little animals.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. It's a little cruel.
Yeah, but you do like the bug crushing stuff.
I don't really care to do that either. They want me to do that with my bare feet. I'm not here to be getting bug guts on my bare feet, y'all. No. Relax. But yeah, those are the latest two that I was like, okay, you guys are getting real interested. And then of course, like the far guys get real kind of like cinematic with their requests. Okay, they want a movie. Like I'm an actress for real. Like they be giving you scripts,
right,
and all kinds of stuff. So probably one of the more latest ones, I had to play 2 roles. Like I was the mom with the wig on, and then I was the disrespectful girlfriend putting her dirty ass feet on mom's table. That's a good clip too, because I wanted to do it because I just wanted to see my range. Like, can you really act for real?
They're like Tyler Perry, then.
It's hilarious. Me and that little Bob, and yeah, it's funny actually. But I like to make it fun, Yeah. And the ideas are endless with some of these requests.
So you really like doing role play? I could never really get into it.
I like role play. Yeah. I like pretending to be a different person. I ain't gonna lie. It's just a level of fun, like pretend to be someone else or, do something else. Like, I don't know, just kind of getting out of your element and doing something different. One of my major things I like to do, like, with my partner is like go out and just lie about our whole entire existence when we talking to people, where we work, where we live, where we from, like we be putting on accents, like all kinds of stuff, just make it fun.
I've never heard of that. That is crazy.
Just doing the most, because honestly, me, I'm a really authentic person. Like, I love being myself. I love speaking truths and stuff. So just going out and just playing a role, being a character, sometimes just taking on a mask. We all wear a mask as it is, so just taking it to the next level. Yeah.
Does that come back to the bedroom, like you turn into a nurse or some shit?
Yes. Yeah. Get into a little role play. I like the kind of the one where you like go out and you guys don't, y'all don't know each other. Y'all just met in the club and y'all about to do like a little one night stand, go back to my place type vibe. Yeah. But this my man love for real. But it just makes it fun.
Yeah, I could never get into it. So you be like cosplaying and stuff like that.
No, I haven't gotten into that. I would love to. People, advise me to get into that. I know that's a big market. Like I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes as far as that, because there's a huge fandom for that. Yeah. But I would love to get in some cosplay, do different things, just dress up and have fun with that, because I like the role play, so that feels, very in alignment with that.
Right. Okay. Do you have any hobbies outside of like the sex work stuff? Like what are you interested in doing outside of sex work?
So yes, I do have hobbies in that category. So I like holistic healthcare, like holistic wellness. I'm really big into spirituality. I do have my own like holistic business for like butters, bombs, spiritual sprays. They're all customized and things like that. And I started that maybe like in 2017. So that's like my little baby, my little project. Like it is a real business. Shout out to Do Remedy, because that's honestly been one of the things that helped me kind of develop my spirituality as I studied different things, learning about which oils do what crystals do what, like, all of that. And so that's probably one of my major things that I invest into. I also will be starting school to be an LPC to get my counseling degree and whatnot. And so that's my thing. Like, listen, people be trauma dumping on me. I'm trying to get paid for it now. So I'm really passionate about that. I really do like being outside, so traveling. I'm an outdoorsy girl. I love being at the beach, being in the mountains, doing stuff like that, just getting outside. Like that's my definition of outside. Okay.
Are you eventually trying to transition from sex work, or you see yourself doing this for a long time?
Man, that's a good question. Because it's something me and my friends talk about as a long time, like all the time. Because it's like we didn't expect to be here as long as we are. And then when I think about some of the people that I associate myself with, they've been in the game 10 years and whatnot. I don't know. At this point, it's like sex work is not on me. It's kind of in me now, you know? I might be one of them grandmas that might still be farting on people, you know? Like, still trampling people, like Granny Juice coming through. I don't know. It would probably be more like a just leisure thing, not as hard. Because right now, like I have some goals in mind that I want to accomplish. So that's why I've been doing both. I full-time everything right now for me. But I don't know. I can't call it. Like it's like every year goes by so quickly. So next thing you know, it'll be 10 years I'm here. Like oh snap. I think it for now is just as it works for me to be able, because right now I got to stretch where I can go harder, but that might not happen next year. I might have to take a break. I'm not as doing traveling or doing sessions or being able to collaborate in the same capacity. So we'll see.
Okay, so what's the ultimate goal? Like where you really want to be in life overall?
Me, that's why I'm really getting into this my LPC stuff, like because that's my passion, like that's my purpose right there. Like sometimes it's you get very money motivated and stuff, but sometimes when you find your passion, the money flows to you because you're in alignment with what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And so that's me. Like, of course, I'm forever gonna be an entrepreneur, but that's just like that staple where it's like, advising people, empowering people, uplifting people, whether if it's people, my peers or younger generation, or even people who are older than me, they be needing guidance too. There's some old fools out there too. And so that's kind of like my long game in life is being able to like being a servant in that capacity to the world. And that to me is like comes from within as you kind of work on yourself and pour more into what really matters. So the bigger thing is me, getting this LPC, being a life coach. I want to be both spiritually advising. That's my bag right there. So that's where I'm at. And then of course a variety of different businesses where I can kind of reach people and on a level that is different than what other people are doing, like having a collective. But how that looks for me now, because everything just changes, the vision that I have for myself in the long game. But I know just in my vanilla life, like that's where I'm going. Now in this lifestyle, it's leaving a legacy for sure. Like me, I've been working with some dope people who've been around for a while who like are like, all right, we done been in the game for like 8 to 10 years. Like we need to go hard. Like what we doing? So, shout out to my friend Jersey Feeds, and I've been working with him and Empress Star. We've been making some really dope stuff, some cinematic stuff. And then, like I mentioned earlier, Dallas, he's one of my main photographers and stuff. And they all been here for a while, where we all like, all right, we gonna leave the game. Like y'all gonna remember us by the time that we leave. Matter of fact, you gonna be sick of our asses by the time we done.
Okay, so sex work is like an actual passion. You have an actual love for it, so it'll probably never really leave you.
No, probably not, because again, it's my creative pursuit. So I went to school, I got my degree in multimedia, so I'm an artist all the way around. But it is the way that I exhibit like my artistry right now currently, and so leaving it would leave kind of like a hole for me, because all the things that I do creatively, I do that. I edit, shoot, at every design, everything, all that stuff is made by me. So it's like this is my creative portfolio at this point, as far as what I do. It's just may not be in the way that I can share with the entire world because of the umbrella that it's under, but nonetheless, like the community that it is, I want it to be impactful and influential enough, even if I don't know that it's like that. People be watching, you don't be knowing that they watching, but they watching. Ultimately, I want it to be like, when it's all said and done, we did exactly what we wanted to do. Okay. Do you have like personal life friends, family that know about this stuff? Yeah, my mom, dad, my sister, my children's fathers. Like, it ain't no secret over here for me. I think the only people who don't really know is like people from like your past life, kinda. Right. Like people you went to high school with, college with. Your social media family, you can get on Facebook, everybody and your aunties all there. Like those people don't know because it's my private life. Like they don't need to know all of that. Plus they're not looking at any of it. I'm not in a space that I'm necessarily just trying to go viral for it, but things happen. So those are the people who don't know, because it's like, two different worlds ultimately. Like if you were in my vanilla life and you found my fart page, I'm gonna be like, so how would you get here though? Like now these are the questions, I'm asking the right questions now, inquiring minds. How did you get here? But even still, like because I've been around so much, I'm not here, like there's no shame in my game at this point, but I do like my privacy at the same time,
Okay, so at first when they found out, what was that like for them initially find out, the people that know?
They were like, "Wow, you get paid to fart on people."
yeah, I would imagine.
It's that shock factor that you getting this money. Da, da, da. Of course, naturally they don't understand how much work it is that we do. Like it'd be like after a while, I was like, all right, I need a team. I'm tired of all this work. But I think the initial part of it is just like, wow, I'm just happy for you. Because sometimes people don't really care how you get your money. Just as long as you ain't you ain't asking them for money. They like, good. You got to figure it out. I don't care. So they just support me in that because they see that I've been doing it for a while and that I still take care of my regular life. They like, it's not like even if it is, because there was a time that it was the only thing that I did. I took a break from like my vanilla work and poured more into being a dom, being a foot model and stuff like that. And I did well, but I realized I needed balance. Like I have to have a regular job too. I ain't gonna lie. Like I gotta be that kind of busy because it motivates me a little bit more because I don't have the time. When you like a full-time entrepreneur, you can kind of wake up whenever you want. You know, you get to just wiggle your toes and make your coins. You kind of lose a little like oomph. You feel me? So for me, it just put a little bit more fire behind what I'm doing.
So no one was ever like, this shit kind of weird. What the hell's going on?
No, they do say that in their minds, I'm sure. But they have that reaction for sure, especially when it comes down to like fire fetish or even men who are like, you know, poop and stuff like that. But they've been so more supportive. I think they just are the shock. They like what and feet and da 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 da. Like it's just that element that be there, but there's no judgment. If they judging, they ain't judging in their mind. They ain't saying it out loud.
Okay. So before sex work, were you still kind of more a kinkier type of person?
Oh yeah. I'm a real closet freak for sure.
So what does that entail? Like you was.
I'm super fluid, like I said. Like, you know, I've done a few things, dabble and stuff. I'm one of those don't knock it till you try it. I'll try it once kind of person. So I definitely was more on like the freakier side than some of the people that I know. But that's what kind of my friend was like, found the lifestyle and was like, I think you would be good at it. I know you, freaky frog. And so for me, it was like, I like that kind of discretion. Like, again, like I said, I'm big on tease and deny. I don't want you guys to have everything. So I do keep some things to myself. So I think part of like when people experiencing me on a personal level, they're like, oh shit, I didn't know he was getting all of this. I'm like, surprise. Like, gonna have some fun now. Cause again, not everything is for everyone. So yeah, for me, it was like already, it made it easier, but it just made me learn more because there's so many kinks. There's so many things. I mean, I can go lick a doorknob right now and probably somebody would like that shit.
Yeah. You ever done like armpit fetish and?
Yes, hairy armpit, sweaty armpit. Yeah, I've done that. They definitely love that one. Spit play, vor, that's a huge one. And
the dirty like stinky, dirty feet stuff, do you enjoy that? Like you into that, or is it just like
me personally, it's just for my fans. I don't care about stinky feet or dirty feet. I'm gonna keep it. I love because my feet don't get stinky like that. Like I gotta put a lot of work in to get mine. Usually my feet are smelling like paradise. Like it's literally like vacation island. For my feet, usually smell like that. So it takes a lot of work to get me to get that funky kind of vinegary corn chip, whatever sweaty smell that men like that some women can naturally produce. I cannot get that smell like that. So I usually don't do those sessions. The dirty feet one, that's easier. You can go walk around, get dirty and stuff like that. But as a personal kink, no, I like the fresh toes. I just tweeted the other day. I was like, I think I see the vision on Stinky Feet, y'all. They're like, finally, welcome. Because I'm like, it's the pheromones. I think it's, you know, what it is, that scent that make you smell it. You be like,
I
smell it again?
I wouldn't know because I don't actually enjoy it.
Okay, see?
Because I don't even get the pheromone feel. I'm just like, this shit just kind of stinks.
It just stinks. Yeah.
So you ever, because you do girl on girl, have you ever sucked a girl's toes and they didn't really smell right and you was like,
No, they be coming with the fresh toes for me. Like, I think that's just as a courtesy. Like, you know you about to have somebody suck your toes. They need to come with the clean feet. Like, stop playing with me. But again, because it's like, when I'm creating, I'm not in sub mode with them. You feel me? We equals. So, but stinky feet for me, like a stinky feet worship, nah. You gotta get one of the guys to get that girl to do that for sure.
Okay. What's your favorite video you ever made?
It's gonna have to be one of the most recent ones I did with Empress, with Jersey Feet and Star Fox, where it was like a robbery scene. So the premise of the clip is that I'm their neighbor in their apartment complex, and I know I've seen their videos because I have a foot fetish and stuff like that, but I know they got money too. So I didn't decide to rob these niggas. You feel me? Like, I'm like, all right, running. So she come open the door and I'm like, get out, like, y'all niggas getting robbed, got the mask, but it looks like I got a gun, but it's not a gun. It's really a strap. Okay. And so here I am, got it underneath my shirt and all that, forcing them to eat chicken and da-da-da-da. It's actually a really funny clip. I'm not gonna lie. And we improv the whole thing. We came up with the idea, we shot it. It was, and it's classic because there's nothing else out there like that. Yeah. And so I forced her to give him a foot job. I forced her to give me. I put the strap on, forced her to give me an FJ. I'm talking shit to him, talking shit to her. Like, it's very dominant but sensual and funny. Like, it has elements that for anybody to enjoy. Like, if you're there to laugh, if you're there to enjoy a good FJ, like, if you just hear me talk shit and humiliate these niggas, like, it's funny. Yeah.
So you would prefer to have like a whole production rather than let's just get straight to it. FJ, let's get straight to it.
Yeah. Just because I've been around so long, I've been doing that. Like, I'll sit down and make a 5-minute JOY clip, oily souls. That's easy for me. Now it's challenging. My creative ability with some of the people around us. And like, when you think about like them old school porn films, like they was movies. You feel me? Chick here at the event, you go back to the house with a car wash. Like, I don't know, it'd be like all kinds of things that would come along. So I think some of us are trying to get back to that, like more of like cinematic fun with the clips and stuff. And it, from what I've seen, has already been impactful. Because we just want to see stuff that people haven't done. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good classic FJ clip, a classic. That's why I did one. Like, me and him recently, I did a classic FJ. Just classic POV, hands, toes going, because it's nothing wrong with that. We can't beat the classic stuff. But again, we switched it up and did something more dominant, tease and denial, girl on girl play, like, slapping, disrespecting the D, doing stuff like that. Just variety. Variety is the spice of life for sure.
Okay. Would you ever consider doing full-on porn, or that's a no-go?
It's a no-go for me. I mean, I think we all think about it, you think about it, just like back in the day when girls were like, I'm gonna be a stripper. Are you though? Because girl, you ain't got the hand-eye coordination to be up there on nobody's pole. But it's so funny because my name came from that. So my pretend stripper name was 100% Juice. Like, for real. Okay. And I turned it into my fandom name. So then at first I was Juice Goddess. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna change to Jezebel Juice, because Jezebel represents like a woman who used her look and her energy to like seduce and manipulate men. So it just went together, honestly, is when I made that change. And so people call me Jezebel. It's kind of like my title, like goddess, da-da-da. It's really Jezebel Juice. So I always try to tell people when they be like, Jezebel, I'm like, that's fine, but really call me Juice. But I would say, like, I've always had that thought, because I'll be like, my shit might be 5. Like, okay, do some numbers, because if you don't do numbers, I'll be sad. But I think we all think about it, like, just being in this lifestyle, because what makes you different from on here selling your souls from anyone else who's, on here putting everything out there, full service work, getting into the more explicit stuff. So, and we all consume it, we enjoy it. Some of the time, I open up my feed right now, I'm gonna see somebody, the cat, but I've thought about it, and so the closest I get to it is beta porn, like censored pixel porn. Which is another tease and denial kind of clip. It's like really being like, you can't have this. So I've seen clips where it's like, you guys are being intimate, but the only thing you can see is her souls. So they know y'all doing it. It's like a mind, thing, literally like, really getting into it and just denying you of it, but you use your imagination. I think sometimes people leave that. You gotta leave something to the imagination for men, in my opinion. Because again, the thrill of the chase be motivating y'all a little bit, right? And so that's what I still try to play on that element, because that is a part of being like a dom too.
Right.
When you think about femdoms, they not making content like that, like, and they still can make the same amount of money that people who do full service make without having to give that. And so I like to lean into that a little bit more, because I know that's my boundary where I draw the line. It's like, okay, so you don't do FJs, you don't do nudity, fine. Y'all get whatever else out of me, but just not those two.
Right. Okay, so what does 100% juice refer to? What is it?
100% juice, like literally, we want all natural, 100% juice.
Okay, I was wondering, because juice, I'm like, juice, is that referring to
Making
like...
it juicy.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I got anything else in here.
Look, you got some good questions. I was going to ask you, like, I'll be prepared.
Yeah, I tried to memorize most of it,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, when you're getting worship, what part of the foot do you prefer to get worship? Because I hear I know a lot of people associate worshiping with toe sucking, but a lot of girls, they actually like to get their soul sucked.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people don't really know that.
Oh yeah, I mean, get all up in there. Like this part for sure is what I really like. Kind of nibble on it. Get into the heel. Like put your mouth here.
Yeah.
But I will say I do like a good toe sucking, and like literally get in between the toes, suck each one. Like I want to feel the passion behind it, you know. Because then I know it's real. Is how I feel about it.
Yeah, and with the heel thing, I had a girl, I was worshiping her feet, and she was like, I went down to her heel, she's like, bite it. I started biting it a little bit, and she just kept saying harder. I'm like,
I didn't even take a bite of the crime.
I'm about to chew some of your skin off. This is crazy.
Girl, she said, eat my feet, sir.
Yeah, before that, I didn't know people were into that. But you like that, like the kind of slight biting?
Like nibble, because that's how I worship feet. Listen, this latest foot worship clip I definitely, you gotta kind of nibble on it, because I feel like it's the same thing like when you like doing regular foreplay, like when you kissing on a woman, kissing on her neck, you know, kissing places, you kind of nibble on the ear, bite the lip, like, you know, those sensual, like, it's not too much, but it can be if you want that type of energy.
That's wild, because I tried my hardest to like keep my teeth uninvolved, because I don't want to scrape nobody up.
Yeah, right. Like, don't fuck my polish up. Like, I've said that to a few guys. Like, okay, you going hard. Hold on.
Yeah.
My nail get chipped.
Yeah, that's how it was for me at first. I was fucking up some nails, and I'm like, nah, I gotta
chill.
This shit.
But again, it's based on preference of the woman. Like me, I mean, if you're doing too much, I'll let you know. But other than that, you pretty much got free range with the feet.
Okay.
Now, one thing I will say is that people hate me for the FJs, that I don't do FJs, but you can release on my souls. I have no problem with that.
Right.
You want to, fine. That's a request that you can make, because, I mean, if I can't get the FJ, at least let me spill on the soul, sis. Like, that's how I would feel. So that is a fair game for people to do, because I know usually that's what they want to do, that they want to finish there. So do your thing. I'm just going to lay here with the splash pads out.
We can do this. This will be the last question, I guess.
Okay.
What was your worst sexual experience?
Like in general?
Yeah. Have you ever had like a bad sexual experience?
It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
Oh, you're not really active like that?
Well, yeah. Right now I'm actually celibate.
Okay.
I'm working on using my sexual energy to transmute into money. Okay, that's what I'm working on right now. But it's been a while. I would say probably my most terrible sexual experience is just when people don't know your body, or maybe they just may not be as connected with you, because sex is definitely a mental thing too. For some people, I know they're very much like sapiosexuals, and they don't. They can't just make it just a physical thing. Mind has to be into it. So I would say probably when me and that person were not mentally connected, and so it just doesn't have that same, it's like, I could have did this shit at home kind of vibe.
Okay, so no, like nothing spontaneous with you, or you meet somebody and, you know, that same day?
No, I actually don't have too many scenarios like that.
Right.
None, actually, because I'm not like a one time is fine with me kind of person. Like, if I do cross that boundary with you, like, I'll see you again soon, buddy.
Right.
Is how I feel about it. But yeah, I don't have to, like, I like spontaneous things, but I haven't. That's why I role play, because it allows me to get that same idea, at least with someone I know that I'm comfortable, not like a random person. So I can at least kind of get that off because I'm playing a role. But in real life, I don't really have too many of those, like, oops, I met this person and it was garbage. Because I'm nervous. So I'm like, I don't want to meet somebody and it's garbage. I'm going to be heated. I can't run those kind of risks.
Okay. So you prefer to have an actual legitimate connection?
Yeah. Something, because I'm, again, like I said, I'm very sexually fluid. Like, you gonna feel me. I'm an experience. So, like, I can't give that energy to everybody. Like, that's an earned kind of thing for me. And so, because I'm a Cancer, I'm gonna make you feel me. Okay? It's depth in these waters over here. And so, I can't give that to just anybody.
Okay. I get you. All right, I think that's enough. I think we got enough.
Yay!
Yeah, appreciate you.
A pleasure.
That's the Show Feed Podcast. We out.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Hit.